Y'all come on in, my kings and queens, my beautiful royal angels, my gorgeous, gorgeous butterflies. Y'all come on in. Y'all already know what to do. Sip sage and manifest with diamond stone when in the late night hours. Come on in here. Hit that like and the share button for me, please, and run that stream up. And for those of you that has been asking, I'm going to put my Cash App up. I would rather have the Cash App instead of stars. And anything you choose to bless me with is indeed a blessing. If you can't, I totally understand. Because we're going to move right on with today's message. Like we always do. We are a team over here. Make sure you hit the like and the share button. Because guess what? It doesn't cost anything for you to hit the like or the share button. That is free. Okay? Hey, Tracy. Hey, Jada. A 3. I am awesome. I am awesome. Y'all come on in here. I was going to go live on my, YouTube, too. I'm just going to have to transfer this video over because my computer about to go dead, and I don't feel like doing what I need to do. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm not going to hold y'all long, but we're going to talk about something real quick because, honey, prayers are definitely needed. So y'all come on in. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button. I will be doing another giveaway real soon, so that kind of like depends on what we doing, how we do, because we have been doing awesome lately. It's getting better and better, and let's continue to keep it going. Thank you for sharing. You doing homework, Teresa? Oh, get that work, honey. I'm getting ready to start school soon, too. I'm just trying to wait till I get a few more other things done because I know I'm going to have to be totally focused for what I'm going to school for. And I'm going to have to definitely be totally focused. So I'm trying to get everything in order and so I can have my mind on it because I don't believe in failing. I have to pass, honey. And it takes all total dedication. Shirley, God bless you. My dear friend, my name is Shirley. Well, hello, Shirley Riddell. Welcome to the Royal Palace, Queen. Y'all welcome Shirley up in here. It is an awesome pleasure to have you. Dang, modules for my CNA license. Go ahead, girl. You go, Teresa. I remember I started out as a CNA, and it was indeed an experience and a blessing as well. It came at a time in my life when I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. It was a lot going on. I was a young mother at that time. It was a lot going on, and I needed to make a living, honey. And I really wanted to get off into the medical. You've been a CNA for 23 years. It's awesome because those residents are so amazing. They are so funny. My best friends, that's who got me off into it. And I took that little course on and went on through that thing and had a job already lined up. But then I took it a little bit further because, honey, let me tell you something. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it because I could choose my shift and choose what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. I did the Baylor shift so I could pick up shifts during the week. I worked weekends. And, but it was very much an experience and a pleasure because I love helping people. I love making people feel better. I love taking care of people. And those elderly people are so funny, honey. So it was definitely an experience. And then I was like, okay, now this is weighing on my body. So let me try something a little different. And that's when I just kept expanding my experience. I think I stayed a CNA for maybe a few years. And then I did something else. I went off into the hospital. I kind of got burnt out with the nursing homes because it definitely will humble you, Teresa. Because it was some things that I saw that I did not like. I don't like to see elderly people being mistreated. My patients used to love to see me coming. And I worked with an amazing team. We would get in there and we would get the job done so fast. And we would sit back and chill because we worked as a team. We worked and helped each other get through, your units that you might have. We took turns, hey, what unit you got? Okay, I go and do this while you doing that. So we would tag team. Hey, Patsy, how you doing? If I miss anybody's name, please say hello in the comments. Comment is very important as well. And everything that I ask y'all to do, it helps me, and it also help you. That's why I quit the facilities. Exactly, Teresa. I think it's a better experience in the hospital. But when I went to the hospital, I had some more skills. Like I said, I wanted to do something else. I was really kind of tired of the nursing home, and it was wearing on my body and my health. And I said, honey, I'm too young for this. But I love my patients. I love taking care of them. And it's a lot of work. I don't think they pay CNAs enough money. I don't. Hey, Sheila. Who else we got here? Hey, Lucille, baby. I don't think they pay CNAs enough money because CNAs do basically all the work. The DONs, the CNAs do all the work. They do all the work, and they don't get the recognition that they truly deserve, if you ask me. They really don't. They're the one that's actually taking care of these patients. I do private home care. That's where the money is. Definitely, Teresa. That was another reason why I did it. But I started out in the nursing home, and then I would get personal private assignments. And then I worked in assisted living where they can basically take care of themselves. I'm praying for you all and your family. I've been missing you. You look pretty. Thank you, Sheila. You always have something kind to say to me. We've been missing you too as well. Hey, Carolyn Young. So, that's when I decided, okay, let me go I want to be a phlebotomist. I did that, and then I wanted to be a medical assistant. I got some stories to tell y'all, honey. Me and my best friend, we took the class together. Her sister was already doing it. And we decided, me and my best friend said, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay. We took the test, and we ended up going, paying the money for the class or whatever. And it was a guaranteed job after that. And then I just wanted to do a little bit more, but my friend did for a long time. I need to go to sleep. I need to get up at 4:30. We are in our last days of Ramadan. I will catch the replay. Okay, Jada 3, y'all in the last days. How long does Ramadan last? Because I know some people are doing it. A lot of some of my friends and a couple of my god babies are my children. All of them got different, religions. And so I try to keep up with everything. Okay, I'm going to let you talk. You okay, Teresa? You fine, baby, y'all. Prayers are definitely needed. I said I was going to stop watching the news, right, for a while. But, of course, Papa won't allow that. And my TV stays on the news channel. I don't like it, but it does. And a lot of things have been coming to my attention, but I'm going to have to detox myself from it. 29 or 30 days. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to detox myself from it. Seriously. But a lot of prayer is needed. I've been talking about this, y'all. So much is going on. Every day is something. Well, with the news, of course, this is what you expect. But a lot of things have truly been catching my attention, especially, it's not always the news. I catch a lot of things on YouTube as well. The end will be on Friday or Saturday. Oh, okay. As well. Because I have some of my content creators that I do still support, and I be trying to stay in the loop of what's going on, and just entertainment, because it is definitely some entertainment because there's a lot going on, but we have more serious issues at hand. We do. Our younger generation are really in trouble. They're in trouble, y'all. And I don't I can't stress it enough that we need to step in and do something. I pray every day and night in class and in class. Okay, Shirley, you got to stay prayed up. I saw two things going on, but it was something else that I saw that kind of caught my eye tonight. And it's just really disturbing, and it's really, really, it's just really sad. It brought tears to my eyes, because y'all know me, how I take things. Y'all keep the stream going up for me, please, if you don't mind. Keep the thumbs up, the hearts, all the good stuff going up for me. That's how we work it. If you get tired, let somebody else take over. And don't forget, just hit that like button and hit the share button. It only takes a moment. And I'm paying attention to everybody that participates. It's so sad, y'all. It's like the presence of my son has been around me so heavily. And I have my moments. And that's why I try to stay away from the news. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? How you doing, sweetheart? I try to stay away from that, because those are triggers for me, especially when I see things dealing with gun violence and our males, our men, our young boys are definitely in trouble. Hey, Angela, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? We have to put on our armor and keep it on. Sheila, you are definitely absolutely correct about that. The things that I have been seeing for the past couple of days have just thrown me for a whole loop, y'all. I'm serious. I've had to regroup several times, and I'll be sitting, I'll be meditating a lot, and I pray a lot, and I'll be asking God, what is it that you want me to do? Hey, Trinita, which direction you want me to go in? How can I be of assistance? How can I make things better? What is it that I can do on my part? Yes, they are, and you can't tell them anything. All we can do is say a prayer for them, because, like you said, they are lost. They are, but at the same time, kids gonna be kids, okay? That's first and foremost. I don't care how you raise them or what you do, your best that you can. And like I said, we was talking about this last night. Some of y'all didn't catch it because I went live, but I did the audio, not the video. So if you can, go back and watch it. But we're living in a time where the adults, hey Shalonda, the adults are not stepping up to the plate. They're not. And the ones that are, they're not receiving the help that they actually need, because like we talked about, it takes a village to raise children, because it's hard out here. It takes everybody. It takes the whole neighborhood. I'm so grateful. With my boys, when my boys were younger and coming up, I had a village. I had to be to work at a certain time. Their father had to be to work at a certain time, or he might not have been there. But my neighbors pitched in. They would make sure my children got on the bus. They did all of that. They would watch my house, because I would have to leave home for a day in the morning, because, like I said, I worked in the hospital, and I had to do what I had to do. Some shifts I had to take, I might not have wanted to, but that was the only way I could take care of my home and take care of my children. But tonight, Jalen Richards is his name. So if y'all get a chance, go and Google this young man's name. His name is Jalen Richards. This is another man that I want to talk about. But Jalen Richards is 12 years old. It's so sad to see our young people being taken away so soon. You are absolutely right. They are making things so readily available. Like I said, there are so many dynamics that plays a part in why our children are going in the direction that they are going in. it's amazing when you got the help that you can get, because like I said, it takes a village, not just you. It takes a whole village. And this young boy, his name was Jalen Richards, 12 years old, y'all. 12. And I know at the age of 12, young boys are trying to find themselves. They're trying to fit in. They're trying to be cool. All of that. There's so many, there's a lot of temptation for them as well, because we're living in a time where they think gangs is what time it is, that this is, you have to be in a gang, that's your family. That's not your family. It does, but these young parents out here taking up for these kids and know they are wrong when they get in trouble. Exactly that too. But what I admired about Jalen Richards' parents, well, actually, it was his grandmother. He's 12 years old. His grandmother kept it real tonight, and you don't catch many parents like that. They'll lie. They'll be like, oh, my child don't do this. Oh, he just so innocent. And, you know, she didn't do that. She was just really real. And I felt her pain. Oh, I cried, because 12 years old, no child should be losing their life at that age, especially at the hands of gun violence, you know. And the people that his grandmother said the people that he was hanging around was way more older than him, you know. And for the ones, I have to say this, we have grown men that is not teaching these boys reality of what they should be doing, or trying to guide them in the right direction, because so many of them are lost as well. Instead of saying, hey, young man, let me pull you to the side. This is not what you need to be doing. This is not the path that you want to go down. This is not, and be setting the example. We don't have enough men setting that example for our children, or giving them different opportunities to succeed, or setting them up to succeed, or implanting knowledge in them and wisdom in them, and just telling them right, or just showing up for them, because a lot of these children don't have fathers, because their fathers have been taken away from them, whether it be murdered or incarcerated, or addictions, all kind of things. Okay. Hey, Charlie. And she said that these people, some of them were grown, and they would have her grandson doing things that he know he shouldn't be doing, you know, and they are the influence. He's a minor. They are the influence. Yeah, he know right from wrong, and he can do, you know, he got a right to say no, but he's not going to do that. And especially if you in a gang, it's not that easy to get out of. And children are so naive at that age. They don't really know the difference between the reality and the repercussions that's going to come behind their actions. They're not mature enough to understand that, especially boys. Girls mature a lot faster than boys. So they thinking that they got to fit in, and this is going to be cool. And once they get in, it's not easy to get out. She said her grandson, when he got murdered, he was actually on an ankle monitor. And she had tried to do everything that she could to prevent this from happening, you know. And I know that situation. Wow, and they don't even catch the... Exactly. I understand the situation, because the young boys, they go through puberty. They go through a phase where they be wilding out, child. You be like, wee. Because my oldest son, Hyundai, and I was one of them moms, you know, I did everything that I could to try to make sure, you know, steer my children in the right way. But, of course, they're going to get into things, because when we were younger, we did too. This life was getting interesting. I'm having a hard time leaving. Okay. And right, Shirley, violence is not the answer. But it's a lot of what they see on TV, what the music that they listen to, social media, and then parents not being parents. Like I say, you know, when they need help and guidance, they need a lot of it. And, you know, me and my cousins, we've been talking about different things that we're trying to put together to, you know, help some of them. We might not can help everybody, but if we put some kind of programs into place, like he's going to be a part of mentoring the young men, and me and my other cousin, y'all know her, we're going to, have the part of mentoring the young women. They need this. They need to be able to have skills. Instead of taking GUNs and putting them in these young children's hands, get some clippers. Put that in their hand. Teach them how to cut hair. Teach them something that can make them money the legitimate way. Put a shovel in their hand. Put some lawnmowers in their hand. This is what they need. They seeking for father figures, but these older men are not doing what they need to be doing. Why would them older people have him out there doing what they were doing, carjacking? Exactly. I am so heartbroken. I am too. And she said he was out. She said her grandson couldn't even drive a car, y'all. But they had him out there doing all of that. And he was hit with an assault rifle. The way they did him, it just didn't even make no sense. And it was horrible for a 12-year-old to lose their life that way. And she knew that eventually that was going to happen. She told the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if y'all get a chance, go look him up. It's Jalen Richards. He was 12 years old, and this is in Baltimore. And I think I caught this one on YouTube. Exactly, JDL3, getting a sewing machine so they can learn a skill. A lot of them, these kids have plenty of skills. They're artists. There are so many things that they can be doing. And you're right, the programs aren't in place anymore. A lot of them can't afford it, which is exactly, and I think it should be. And especially when the pandemic hit, it took away a lot of things that our youth used to could do. Our children, the activities that we could put our kids in. It took that away and replaced it with them sitting at home on these computers and playing these old crazy games, and it's a mind thing. It is really like changing their whole perception and putting other things in their mind. That ain't nothing but the enemy, y'all. We got to take our children back. The enemy is stealing our kids. And what do Satan do? He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And he's definitely doing that. And that grandmother was so hurt, y'all. We talking about, and he was handsome as he could be, 12 years old. 12 years old. And it was another man that came on. His son was 14. And I know exactly what he's talking about. He was trying to get help. He said when his son got in trouble, he said, I'm just going to let him sit there so he can understand he's safer in there. But them people's like, no, you got to come get him. He ain't lying. That's what they do. That's what they do. They won't keep them in there, so they can learn their lesson. No, they're going to let them continuously. It's like they setting them up for failure. Because they know eventually what's going to happen. They're going to be living a life of crime, or they're going to end up deceased. And what gives me a lot of joy in my heart is so many young children knew my son, the one that passed away, because he mentored to a lot of them. I didn't know it till later. He mentored a lot of them, and they would tell me, they come and they tell me how he kept them out of trouble, how sometimes if they didn't have any money, he would give them money to get snacks and tell them to go to school. Stay out of trouble. This ain't, you don't want to be out here like that. And a lot of these kids doing things because they want certain things that they can't afford, that their parents are not even doing the necessities for them, like making sure they got clean clothes, making sure they got clean underwear, something decent to wear to school. Where can you look up the kid, Jalen Richardson? I saw this one on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure if you Google it, Tamika, it's gonna pop up. And we had chores and got outside. Yeah, we had chores. And that's what they need to have. You know, my oldest son, he was the sweetest, and then when I'm telling you, when they hit puberty, they gonna experiment, they gonna get in some trouble, they gonna do a whole lot of different things, and you have to really keep your eyes on them. But if you keep them occupied, and a lot of them need male mentors. I'm not saying as a woman that you can teach, that you can't raise a young boy. I'm not saying that, because I raised 3. You can, but it's hard, because you could tell them and get them all the knowledge and information you can, but I'm not a man. My mind does not think like a man. I'm a woman. So these boys need male perspectives where they can talk to them and feel comfortable about certain situations or things that they are going through. They don't have that, because these older gentlemen, men, they're teaching them the wrong things, teaching them how to steal, how to unalive people, how to rob, how to do all this negative stuff. Then they don't have anybody to look up to for real, because all the rappers, what they talking about, y'all? The rappers aren't talking about anything positive. They're not. They're being disrespectful to the young ladies. The young ladies don't know how to be young ladies because their mamas don't know how to be young ladies. They mama still out in the street, most of them, going back and forth on social media, acting like they still in high school. You know, just all kind of stuff. And when your kids are wrong, they uphold them in their wrong instead of saying, no, that's not, that's not right. That's not how we're going to do this. You can't be their friend. You have to be their parent. You have to give them guidance. I don't interfere with my mama be on my son. And the most he'll do is speak his opinion. But I told him, even with that, you still being disrespectful, shut your mouth. Whether your grandmama right or wrong, whether I'm right or wrong, I didn't ask you to say nothing. Be quiet. You don't understand now, but you will later, but you will not be disrespectful. And everybody would tell me about my son, the one that passed away. He was so respectful. You raised a fine young man, very respectful, very nice, very helpful. I hear wonderful things about my son. That makes me feel a whole lot better. He would always tell me, Mama, you don't know what I'm doing out here. My son had a lot of respect. If you go to the elementary schools, if you go to the middle schools, if you go to the high schools, let me see if I got one with me. I might have one with me. I'm going to show y'all something. If I got one with me. I usually keep one with me, but it's in my other purse, I think. I think it's in my other purse. But I had these cards made. They're like the smaller version, because nobody always want to tote around no obituary, but I have these cards made, and with my son on there. And when I tell you, all those kids got my son around their keychains. You know how they wear the little, these things right here. My son is on, everybody got one. Everybody in that school got a picture of my son. These kids' moms even knew my baby. They was bringing their little bitty kids, their children, to pay their respects to my son. His visual, there were plenty of children out there, as well as adults. Anywhere I go, they say, I know who your baby is. They didn't have nothing bad to say. And it starts at home. And then they're not getting what they need. London, how did your son pass away? My son was murdered. He was murdered. They think that you owe them respect for what, if they're under your roof. They do. And you know how we used to be. To go dead, so I'm gonna wrap it up. You know, we used to get a little sassy. You know that. And you get a certain age, as my mama and them would say, you smelling yourself. You smelling yourself. You know. I did the best job that I could do with my sons. I did the best as I could do as a single mother. Were my kids perfect? No. No, they weren't. But they were some respectful children, respectful young men. You know, they know they got morals, values. They have all of that. Did they make mistakes? Yes, we all have. Nobody's perfect, but I still love mine. I'm going to ride with you, but I would tell them, when it was wrong, you wrong. Now, I'm going to handle you when I get home, but you wrong. And that ain't how I raised you. No. And so, you know, we do everything we can, even for my youngest. He the last one, and, you know, his brothers was on him. And they always would tell him, we want you to be better than we are. We don't want you to make the same mistakes. God bless you, sweetheart. You're a beautiful mother in person. Thank you so much, Diane. And that was my main goal for starting Sip Sage and Manifest. It's because I want to help young women. I want to be in a position where I can do some things or go to the schools for the ones that really, you know, they they got parents, but it's kind of hard for them. So, you know, let me see what I can do to take up the slack. There was this one lady when my son came here. It was this one lady. You can find her. She's awesome. Her name is Becky. I think she moved out of state. Her name was Becky. Becky has one daughter. Her daughter has a nonprofit organization, always doing something awesome. Becky took at least 8 young men. Becky knew so many different people, you know, like athletes, musicians, rappers, you know, different people like that, you know, well-known celebrities. And these celebrities, she would tell them, okay, I got this many young men, and she was trying to make a difference. But do y'all know another man told her, you need to stop because you're wasting your time. I said, Becky, you was never wasting your time, honey. Good morning, lady. No, you wasn't. I said, do you not know how important how big of an impact you had on those young men? I said, and as soon as you stepped away, everything went crazy. Well, you were giving them they needed. And for another man to have told her something like that, you see what I mean? Instead of him stepping up to the plate and saying, hey, how can I assist you in what you're trying to do? I admire you for trying to help these young men. No. He didn't do that. He told her that kind of crazy crap. So you see what I mean? And I think it probably could have been that he was jealous that he didn't take the initiative to try to save a young man's life. And my son came home and he was like, well, I think it was called Distinguished Gentleman. And she would do the great, because she's an artist and she do a lot of things with big people, okay? The girl is awesome. She's just so amazing. You can find her on Instagram. It's called Beck Exclusives. That's what she's up under. But when I tell you, an amazing woman, amazing. And I told her, I thank God for you. You came in right on time. And you were a blessing. You are a blessing. And she was. Because it was a time when it was just hard. You know, just trying to make ends meet. It was just me. And you know, kids can be funny when other kids go to school. You might be trying to pay your bills, trying to keep, you know, you can't buy those things that they really want. Baby, let me tell you something. Becky reached out to them celebrities. I remember with my son, she came to pick him up, and she said, what I raised today for you, it was over $3,000, y'all. She took him shopping. She said, buy whatever you want. Let me tell you about my son. My son came home with so many pairs of shoes, cleats, everything that he thought he would need. Name brand stuff. Nothing, no knockoffs. He had like 10 pair of shoes. Let me tell y'all what my son did. He had more than enough. He had more than enough, but do you not know he shared? He shared. He gave to some of the men that didn't even, the homeless, that men that was out there on the corner, they didn't have no money. I'm talking about, he just had here brand new polo shirts, you know, all that name brand stuff. He gave it to them. He said, Mom, I got more than I need. She would set up camping trips for them and take them on camping trips where they would have a chef to cook for them. Take them, I still got the pictures where they would go on the boat, go fishing and learning different things. And she would have mentors to come in where they had to dress up and they went to this beautiful luncheon and with the football players and just, oh, it was just amazing. We don't have enough of that. And I've been trying to, I'm going to get back, I'm going to reach back out to her, because when I did, she was still heartbroken about my son. And she was heartbroken about his friend, his best friend. That's his brother. He didn't die from gun violence, but I think he died from a broken heart. Him and my son passed like a few months apart, and they were very, 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 very close, like brothers. You couldn't have told them that they weren't no kin. They might have had different mamas, but they felt that they shared the same blood. And you know, because I want to do something where I can teach young ladies how to be young ladies, how to take their hobbies and turn it into a business, to be CEOs of their own business, you know, have their own corporations, to dress ladylike, that you ain't got to show your body and be naked and be twerking just for an attention. That's not the attention that you want. That you are beautiful, that you are loved, that you are worthy, that you are a queen. Hold your head up high, that you are amazing. You can do anything that you want to do. You can accomplish any goal that you set out to accomplish. These children don't have that. All they hear is, you stupid, you dumb, you not going to be nothing in life. Don't nobody want you, or you lazy. They don't get positive. Nobody is pouring positivity into their life. They steady breaking them down. They steady breaking them down. And these children have been through a whole lot. Nobody take out the time to say, you know, they acting out, so let's see what's wrong, what's going on with you. You know, have somebody hurt you, you know, physically, mentally, the other way. Why are you so withdrawn? Nobody has tried to encourage these children to do better and to want more and to want to do better, to, you know, we don't have that. And instead of these content creators bickering the way that they have been doing and just showing out, I wish that all of us could get together. I wish that all of us could get together and try to save our young generation, getting together to do something positive, to let these kids know that they are loved, they are wanted. Somebody wants you. You are loved. You don't have to be the circumstance of your situation, whatever that situation. You don't have to be that. You don't have to be the product of your environment. You don't have to be that. You don't have to be a statistic. Failure is not an option. Hey, call me anytime you want to talk. Call me if it's something that didn't happen to you and you don't feel comfortable talking to nobody else about it, but you need to talk about it. We don't have that. We don't have them hotline numbers where, you know, they feel free. They got somebody they can talk to, that they can trust. That's not somebody that's not going to manipulate, use them, or hurt them. They need love. They need real mentors. Why we can't get together and do that? Why we can't get together and come together as content creators and raise money to do a big event like a camp, do a camp. And when they come to this camp, we teaching them certain things and, you know, uplifting them and building them up, not tearing them down. Why we can't do that? Because we're too busy tearing up our own, each other down. And it's going to start with us. And it's going to start with you and it's going to end with you. So, if we can't even do it with our own selves, how can we save them when we need saving ourselves? So, with that being said, my phone is about to go dead. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Share that, y'all. Please share it, because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear it. Katoya said everybody don't have the same mindset as you. Keep speaking facts. You are telling the truth. We need to let the so many people that they are loved. Yes. These children have been through a lot. They misunderstood. We can do it if we are willing to open up about ourselves. So true, Lundy. It's all right, Katoya. Just go back and watch the replay. It's going to count. You know, I got a call tonight and somebody was talking to me and said, you know what? And they needed something, you know, but I didn't have it to give. And because they was trying to get to an interview and I was like, it's okay. I said, you're going to have it by the time tomorrow come. I wish I could, but I'm tapped out, so, you know. And I said, you don't have to turn to mess to be blessed. It's like, maybe I need to be speaking on, you know, join the mess so I can, you know, then I'll be all right. No, you won't. I said, it's a test, baby. I said, it's a test. I said, God don't bless mess. I said, Satan do. I said, be patient and wait your time. Your season is coming. Your season of overflow is on this way. Be true to you, to who you are. I said, remember, we work for Jesus. So we can't do it in everything. It might seem hard right now. Ends, you know, you ain't making no money right now, and you trying to do the best that you can. Hold your head up and smile, because God got you. I said, God's reward is everlasting. I said, whatever Satan bless you with is temporary. And it's not yours to keep. I said, your season of abundant overflow is right around the corner. Just hang in now. Just hang in now. It's on its way. I said, you see me? I said, yeah, they bless them other content creators. They be going all in and with all that. Yeah, they do. You know? But it's like, I said, you don't have to do that. Because God still got you. You don't have to do all that. Stay true to who you are. It's just a test. You got to have faith and believe that God will move mountains for you. You can't. He don't want you switching out on him because it's easier over there. Look what all you got to do. But you're going to be held accountable for everything that you're doing over there. That's not right in God's eyes. You would never catch God out here acting that way. You wouldn't catch Jesus out here acting that way. So why are you doing it? They'll pay the price for that later. But you're going to be held accountable for your actions because you know better. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. There's something different if you don't know. But when you know, you can't get away with that. Be patient. Because what God got for you is going to just blow your mind. And it is. You just got to wait. Your turn coming. Just because it ain't happened yet don't mean it's not going to happen. In the meantime, God still got his hands on you. He's still blessing you. He ain't going to abandon you, baby. Sometimes we need to hear those encouraging words and motivation to keep us going, so we can say, hey, snap back. It's going to be all right. Just believe. Stand on your face. And with that being said, I love y'all. Good night.